Hey everybody, welcome back to my craft room. It is Sunday, March 7th. I know I've been getting a lot of videos out here lately, but they've all been little short ones instead of showing you a whole bunch of things all at once. And I know that back in December when I changed my channel name that I said it was all going to be mainly yarn related. When you don't have time to do yarn stuff, you have to put a few other things in there in between. But I'm trying to do mostly yarny related content. I hope you guys are okay with this, but that's what it's going to be. Anyway, I have a couple quick little updates and a question for you on a couple of my current projects that I am working on. Now, I do have quite a few that I have put aside because I don't know. Like I said, I'm having some mental block with all I can do is hats, and I'm trying to branch out a little bit and do other things. So first off, I have let's leave the question for last. First off, we're going to talk about this, which is the coin purse that I'm making with the I Love This Cotton in the turquoise. Nope, teal. I was close. It's this right here. I actually rolled it into a ball because my center pull was knotting. And I did not want any more knot issues. So I spent some time and rolled this into a ball. And before I get to this, the little clasp thingy, this thing right here, it is actually called a purse frame. And this is a 3.35 inch or an 8.5 centimeter, and I did get this at Hobby Lobby. I know they're made in China, but I have not found a USA source for these. If I can find one, or if you know of one, please let me know. I would much rather purchase them from the USA than get a China-made product. But at Hobby Lobby they cost you $3.29, at least when I purchased this particular one. This says purse frame right there. Normally they have different sizes, but I believe this was the only size that they had in stock when I purchased these. So you might want to check. And I do know that the pattern that I shared the other day, and thank you for the subscriber or viewer, whichever you are. Hopefully you're a subscriber, because I like subscribers and I like viewers. I don't care. As long as you guys enjoy my content, that's what matters to me. But anyway, to the person that commented that reminded me I did not post that link, thank you for letting me know. It just slipped my mind. But anyway, these are called purse frames, and there's all kinds of shapes and sizes, and I have a few places booked on Etsy, bookmarked, hearted, whatever on Etsy, that have some cool ones, which if I decide to keep doing these, I might, go to those sources. But anyway, this being a 3.35, and I know the pattern that I shared, that's where I was going with this. The pattern that I shared actually uses a little bit bigger size. So I was having to kind of guess at this and modify what I'm doing. And I don't have my paper with me. But I measured this today, and I stopped because I wanted to make sure. But this measures just right at 3.5 inches. This is what I've got. This is all single crochet. This would be the bottom of the bag. And one way you can tell if you have the right size is to kind of put your purse frame up to your project to see if it fits. Which mine's a little bit big, but I think that'll be okay. So, since I know that my purse frame is going to fit my circle, I can go ahead and just stop my increase and start doing my body of my bag and make it however tall that I want. So, there's a little bit of information, and I'm really looking forward to this. I'll probably at least finish this part. I don't know if I'll get this sewed on or not, but I will probably at least finish this part this weekend. So I wanted to show you that and show you kind of how to gauge this. And another way you can do it is to count your, Steve speaking. But anyway, minor little interruption there. One thing that you can do on this is to count the holes obviously there's going to be the same number. Let me put this down. There's obviously going to be the same number of holes on both sides, but count your holes and see how many that you have along the side of your frame. And you need, from what I have seen on patterns, rough estimates, you need 2 to 4 stitches on each side extra than the total number of holes that you have on your frame, which that allows, when you open your frame, it allows it to open completely without stretching or anything like that. So mine has actually 2 on each side, so a total of 4 extra holes, 4 extra stitches than what there are total holes on my frame. So I'm looking forward to this, since my beaded one failed me. The other thing that I have is I have been working on this Bernat Dippity Dots hat. It's right here. And I have come to the conclusion, I measured it tonight, and while I'm sitting here, I'm going to find me a stitch marker. Nope, that's attached to something. I need a stitch marker, because I don't want to lose my loop. And of course, all my stitch markers, oh, there's some. Maybe I'll get one up there. There we go. Even though my craft room is a mess, I can still usually find my stuff. But I wanted to put a stitch marker on that loop so I don't lose anything. But as I was saying, going along on this, and I am using a bigger hook. I'm using a 6.0 or 6mm hook because of what this yarn recommends to use. And I measured my top, which was the correct width for an adult hat, but this is going to be way too big. I mean, way too big for a hat, for even a large adult, I believe. And I believe it's because, number one, the bigger hook size, and number two, just because of the yarn, it's kind of awkward to work with, maybe. But right here is where I finished. You hold this. Right there's the top. So I'll pinch that right there. Right here is where I finished my decreases, which my decreases made it right about 7.5 inches wide. And from here down is my just body of my hat or whatever. So here's my question. I'm going to stop here and give you guys several days, maybe a week, however long I decide, until I just want to start working on this again. So here's my question. Should I stop there? Which, that's basically right there, and start a decrease and make this a pillow. That would make a cute little pillow, I think. Or I do have one more skein of this yarn besides this one, and this one was pretty much just recently started. Should I continue on and make this like a big bag? Now keep in mind, this is acrylic yarn. It is extremely stretchy and it is see-through. So let me know or if you have another idea besides that. And it won't stand up. It is extremely floppy. So making a basket would not be a good idea because it would not work. So let me know in the comments whether you think I should make a pillow or make like a big bag. Could be a project bag maybe, but a pillow or bag with this, since it's obviously going to be way too big for a hat. And I will put this all together, stick my hook in the yarn so I know what I'm using, and I will set this aside. Now I can go find something else to work on maybe I'll start a kitty. Itty bitty kitties, because I have this yarn that I want to make one out of, and I want to make one out of this yarn, And there's another one I seen when I was stocking my yarn the other day. I think this would be a cool itty bitty kitty as well. And there might be, hopefully there's just enough there to make one. There's not a whole lot there. I don't know, I might just roll this up and stick it in my scrap blanket bag. But anyway, those are 3 colors that I would like to make itty bitty kitties out of. I don't know that I'm going to do that this weekend. I think it's going to be kind of a busy weekend. So I will probably need to go with something that I don't have to think a whole lot about, like maybe my loom knit camouflage hat that I showed you guys a few videos ago. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me right here in my craft room, and I will see you in my next video.